of 2002, Elisa Allen witnessed the escape of a naked man from the apartment of her friend Tanisha Isays in East Los Angeles, California. According to the Daily Mirror, Allen's main concern was that the man was covered in blood. Allen immediately called the police and ran to her friend's apartment to make sure she was all right. Isays' lifeless body was lying in a pool of blood, and it was clear that she had been eviscerated when she stepped inside. The man covered in blood was quickly apprehended by authorities because he had not wandered far from the scene. Antron Singleton, better known as the rapper Big Lurch, turned out to be him. Singleton's birth date is September 15, 1976, and he was born in Fort Worth, Texas. The Daily Mirror states he was born and raised in East Dallas, where he started writing poetry and rap at the tender age of 7. Singleton began his public career as a rap artist at the age of 15, when he began using the stage name G Spade. However, due to his towering stature, he was dubbed Big Lurch, a moniker he stuck with for the rest of his professional life. Eventually, Antron Singleton relocated to the Los Angeles area in the hopes of becoming a successful rap artist. The Daily Mirror reported that Big Lurch collaborated with several notable rap artists after his initial success. Besides RBL Posse and Cosmic Slop Shop, he collaborated with a number of other rap groups. Cosmic Slip Shop broke up not long after their debut album was released, despite their first single, Sinful, becoming a moderate hit. Big Lurch's career as a rapper was moderately successful, but he never quite made it to the top. But he stayed in LA and kept working toward his goals. At 24, he experienced a setback that began a downward spiral that resulted in a murder conviction. Big Lurch was severely injured in a car accident in 2000, on his way home from a birthday party. The rapper was hospitalized with multiple wounds, including a broken neck. Chronic pain from his injuries was reported by the Daily Mirror. Painkillers were prescribed, but he continued to suffer for years after being released from the hospital. Big Lurch tried illegal drugs, like PCP, in an effort to self-medicate the chronic pain he was in. Big Lurch allegedly told the Los Angeles Times on April 10, 2022, that he and some friends had been smoking PCP at Tanisha Isays' apartment. Documentary subject: "We started smoking the PCP and they just kept feeding it to me and I kept smoking it," the rap artist said in his song, Rhyme and Punishment, via All That's Interesting. "The next thing I knew, I was in jail for a murder I didn't commit." Eyewitnesses attested to the fact that the apartment was constantly occupied throughout the day. Even Isays was reportedly asked to leave after Big Lurch. After that, he tortured the woman horribly before killing her. The Daily Mirror reports that Big Lurch stabbed Tanisha Isays multiple times with a kitchen knife. He cut her open, pulled out her right lung, and devoured it. A post-mortem examination revealed that Isays also suffered from a fractured skull, eye socket, and jaw. The knife blade, likely used in the attack, was also discovered by the coroner in Isays' body, near her shoulder. Detectives reportedly discovered bite marks on Isays' face and liver, as reported by the Los Angeles Times. Investigations were also conducted on Big Lurch due to concerns that he had ingested some of Isays' remains. The rapper was arrested for first-degree murder after an examination of his stomach contents confirmed their worst suspicions. Big Lurch's lawyer, Milton Grimes, claimed at trial that his client's bizarre and violent actions were the result of a 5-day PCP binge. Grimes was quoted in the Los Angeles Times as saying, "PCP alters the functioning of the brain, causing users to revert to a more primitive state." Because he lacked the human conscience that would have prevented him from taking this woman's life, he was capable of acting like a beast. According to the Los Angeles Times, Big Lurch's attorney, Milton Grimes, presented evidence that his client had been hospitalized multiple times for PCP psychosis, during which time he suffered from delusions and hallucinations. Grimes speculated that Big Lurch's assault on Tanisha Isays was a acting out of the lyrics to rap songs he had written. Grimes claims that Singleton's music served as a catalyst for his psychotic breakdown and subsequent murder. He also said that Lurch's macabre lyrics were acted out by the singer. He clearly lost his marbles. A jury of his or her peers deliberated for a little over an hour before finding Big Lurch guilty of first-degree murder, aggravated mayhem, and torture. A life sentence without the possibility of parole was handed down to the rap artist. Big Lurch claimed in an interview with VLAD-TV from 2016 that his attorney, Milton Grimes, also owned the record label and that the two had been at odds for years before the murder. Apparently, Big Lurch and Grimes are at odds because they are both members of rival gangs, the Los Angeles Crips and the Bloods, respectively. According to Big Lurch, Grimes urged him to exaggerate his version of events so that he could use insanity as an excuse for the murder. He also said that after the trial was over, Grimes stopped answering his calls. Big Lurch suggested again that he was set up during his interview with VLAD-TV. When asked about the circumstances surrounding his discovery naked and covered in blood on the street outside his apartment, he said that his car, money, and other personal belongings were mysteriously missing. Salinas Valley State Prison is where Big Lurch is being held, as confirmed by the California Department of Corrections and Rehabilitation. To learn more about the rapper who ate his murder victim, see the link in the description.